WarrCloud. It's a company focused on automating one of the most complex areas of dealership operations. Yes, we're talking warranty claims processing. Jim, welcome back to VADA Live.
Dan, it's great to see you again. Always a pleasure to be with the VADA audience.
With that too, Jim, we will be hearing from you soon at the convention, correct? Did I see you on the speaker list?
You did. Yeah, I'll be there with you in June. Looking forward to it.
More on that there, and I know last time we spoke, AI was a huge part of the conversation. You actually joined us as part of our special series. What's the latest there? What has changed? What do we not know? What dealers, what may they be missing from the headlines or interpreted from? What's the news there in your world as it relates to AI now?
Yeah, I think we could fill up the whole time, Dan, talking about what's going on with AI. And what are dealers saying? You know, I saw a quote from Don Flo of Don Flo Auto Group recently that I think summarized it perfectly. He said we're evolving from a people-based business supported by technology to a technology business supported by people. And I really think that's accurate. AI and technology overall is penetrating more and more into automotive retail, variable and fixed operations. I saw some stats recently. 93% of dealers have expanded or plan to expand their use of software tools. 68% report a positive experience with AI. And I kind of think that says it all. The market is majority moving in that direction, as they should be.
What do you think's behind that metric? What's your gut telling you there?
I think the dealers are looking for operational efficiencies. The business, it's always been a tough business. You know, margins are razor thin on new vehicle sales, as we know. And, you know, it's not getting any easier. The cost of people is getting more expensive. The regulatory environment is tightening. And so dealers are looking for every possible tool they can bring to bear to continue to keep a healthy business.
Warranty work, huge part of that. At a basic level, from your point of view of WarrCloud, where can dealers optimize? What are you hearing from them? What really sets those apart that are doing it well, doing it correctly?
Yeah, you know, there's several key areas. One, you know, don't leave dollars on the table by not claiming legitimate reimbursements. Don't overspend on your claims processing. You know, dealers have been processing warranty claims in the same methods for 80 years. And really, one of the things that's sort of a hidden secret is, you know, pay attention to your accounting schedule. Warranty is the dealer's second largest receivable after vehicle inventory. It's a huge dollar amount, and not paying attention to your accounting schedule, I think, leave you open for just not paying attention to the inflow of that money. So really, those three things.
Any additional items? We love those small, pragmatic things with the warranty processing. They add up over time. Anything else from your point of view?
Well, I mean, if you take anything small in dollars and multiply it by 300, 400, 500 ROs a month, it's real money, right? So all those little details add up, and they scale with the size of your fixed operation. But here's two interesting examples, I think. There is one OEM, I won't say who allows you to submit for warranty reimbursement for vehicle floor plan expense if the vehicle is stalled because of a recall, but you've got to know to claim it. There's another OEM who will reimburse you over $3,000 a month for a service shuttle bus times 2 if you know to claim it. Now, 3,000 times 2 times 12 months out of a year, you're talking $72,000. So there's just two little examples of literally thousands of different examples of ways that you can, if you know the rules, that you can optimize your warranty revenue.
OEMs, you had mentioned it, and I believe WarrCloud had put out a recent blog post on this. It's going to be a bit of a complex question, friction points that you see with OEMs and warranty, and what should dealers know?
Well, you know, OEMs, the reason that they have their warranty infrastructure, the first and most important reason is they want to get that warranty data as quickly and as completely as possible so they can analyze it looking for quality problems. If they can get ahead of a quality problem that's in the supply chain before it gets out into the consumer environment, you can save tens of millions, even hundreds of millions of dollars. So make sure that you are getting your reimbursements in an accurate, timely, complete, obviously compliant manner. I think that's the number one friction point. And look, this goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. You want to make sure the dealer wants to get every dollar that they are legitimately entitled to, and not a penny more. So make sure that everything that you're reimbursing for, in addition to being timely and accurate, is legitimate. And, I think you stay on the good side of the OEM if you're just doing that. And there's plenty of opportunity there to make sure that you're getting, you're sweeping the corners and getting every dollar that you're entitled to.
For dealers looking for additional support in this area, anything from your mind that they should consider or look for in a partner when saying, okay, I'm hearing you, there are things we can do, both small and large, to help optimize things. What does a dealer look for in a good partner? What should they look for?
Sure. Well, you've got to find somebody who's obviously got the experience. We're moving more and more to a technology environment for warranty claims processing. As you know, my company, WarrCloud, is still the only company in automotive that is using technology and bringing it to bear on this problem. But from a dealer's perspective, there are 4 key areas, and these aren't mutually exclusive. You can want to get one or all of these. One, optimize your revenue. Make sure that you're getting every tenth, every administrative fee that you're entitled to, because obviously the more revenue, the better. But also, more importantly, technician retention is very important nowadays. And technicians don't like doing warranty work because they feel they get shortchanged. If you're getting every dollar for you and the tech, you're going to have a happier tech. So revenue optimization is one. 2, make sure that you're reducing your expenses as much as possible. The average cost of a warranty administrator nowadays is $70,000-$80,000 with benefits. You can cut that expense by more than half by just outsourcing. So the third area is cash flow. Make sure that you're getting your warranty claims submitted in time so that you can get it, no more than 24 hours is what you should be, so that you're doing everything you can for your cash flow. And the fourth area is compliance. Make sure that you are absolutely compliant with everything that the OEM wants you to do. So revenue optimization, expense reduction, cash flow improvement, and compliance. Those are the 4 key areas that I think any dealer should be looking at when they want to do a better job in the warranty arena.
And Jim, this is a bit of a pivot of a question we've been asking folks on VADA Live, and I've personally enjoyed it. I hope those watching and listening to us do as well. And that is when and we'll ask us about say, hypothetically speaking, there is a warranty recall in place and it's on your vehicle. What do you look for from the customer side of things with what you know, the work that you do? And when you set foot into a dealership, what are you expecting?
Well, you mean from a consumer's perspective?
Yes, correct. Putting your consumer hat on.
Yeah, of course. Well, when you come in, if you know there is a recall, obviously you need to tell somebody there that. A lot of the time, consumers doesn't know. So what you want to have is the service advisor or the greeter who's ever in the service lane. You want them to take your VIN and input it to the OEM system to check to see if there is any open recall on that vehicle. And sometimes they can find one or several. And you'll want to have that taken care of during that visit. You're already at the dealership. You've already scheduled your day there. And because it's all recalls are covered under warranty, you don't have to pay anything out of pocket. So you get the peace of mind. You get to check that off your list. Doesn't cost you anything. And I think really from a consumer's perspective, that's what you're looking for. Hopefully, they have the parts if you need parts. And so they can get you in and out same day.
Makes sense to me. Thank you for sharing that insight and putting that out there. Bookending a bit with AI, we might as well just dive in a little bit more. There's a lot to unpack. From a supplemental perspective, because we've been hearing a lot that there's a lot support can do. From the dealership side, this is a supplement, not a replacement. Where can AI really jump in and help as it relates to the fix op end of things, the warranty side, the F&I?
Oh my gosh, there are so many areas, Dan. First of all, let's just start at the beginning of the journey, service journey with fixed ops. You want to make an appointment. Well, now you can go online and you can make an appointment, and using agentic AI, you can find the day and the time, set everything up, get it scheduled, schedule a rental car or shuttle bus if you need, all using agentic AI. When you come to the dealership, if it's a warranty claim, they can use technology to process the claim very quickly, get the customer in and out. More and more, we are seeing AI being used in the back office, where in the past you had human beings who were doing double, triple data entry, doing a lot of things with forms. AI can replace that now. And that works in several dimensions. One, obviously, it's more operationally efficient, so it's more economical. But two, people don't like doing that work. So it's a source of employee dissatisfaction, and maybe creates a problem with employee retention. So getting people focused on things that are more interesting and more engaging, and letting the technology handle the mundane tasks also helps with your employee retention. So just across the board, we see AI beginning to permeate. And I think that we're at the very beginning. I think we're much closer to the beginning than we are toward the end with the AI journey in dealerships. There is a ton of optimization that can happen across the board by using AI.
Thank you, and appreciate you picking apart that question. I'm full of these home run and go a million directions. Thank you for your time, Jim. By the way, folks, you've been hearing from Jim Roche, who is CEO of WarrCloud. And Jim, has a few final questions. You mentioned just the beginning, so might as well look ahead. And the fixed ops dealers, what should they be paying more attention to over the next 12 months that perhaps is not the focus today?
Yeah, clearly it's AI. But what I recommend to all the dealers and dealer operators I talk to is take 30 to 60 minutes and learn a little bit more about AI, because we say AI, and frankly, that is such a broad term. There are many areas of AI. You have the Chat GPT part of AI, agentic AI, natural language processing. I think dealers and decision makers need to better understand, not down to the programming level, but just conversationally, much more about AI, so they can understand which disciplines can be applied in their business today and tomorrow. So I think they need to understand that. I know we mentioned previously, use it, look for areas where you can bring operational efficiency that can bring up your gross margins across the board, because that just creates a healthier business for you.
So maybe one final question, Jim. The VADA convention in June, what are you looking forward to the most?
I love being out in the marketplace, talking to dealers, talking to dealer managers. There's no substitute when you get belly to belly with people and find out what are their problems, what's on their mind, what's going on in the marketplace. So I love getting out and talking to dealers and finding out what's going on. So that's what I'm really looking forward to.
We look forward to seeing you there. Again, you've been hearing from Jim Roche, who is CEO of WarrCloud Inc. We mentioned the convention. If you have not registered, you should do so. You can find more information on VADA's website. And that wraps up another edition of VADA Live. I am your host, Dan Kerrigan, and we really hope to see you next time.